Hello, and welcome back to the Mixed Concepts channel, where I'm going to be giving a post-match review based on my opinion of the third T20I match between USA and Nepal at the Grand Prairie Cricket Stadium. For those of you who are new to my channel, I am a US cricket fan, so yeah, this series was utterly disappointing, and it ended with a disappointing result for me personally, as a fan, US fan. Yeah, this was probably the most one-sided game of the series, and all I can say is Nepal played really well. They whitewashed the USA, swept them 3-0, and USA just did so many little things wrong throughout the series that ultimately costed them in all three games. Nepal were just the better team. They just showed more heart. That's just the best way I can put it. Nepal were just more energetic, and they seemed to have wanted the win more than USA did. That's just the best way to put it. That pretty much just sums up how the series went. If you ask me talent-wise, I'm gonna argue. Maybe it's a bit biased, but USA do have better talent than Nepal at this moment right now. Yeah, I do believe that. And especially being the home team, I was expecting USA would do so much better than this. I know Nepal is a very tricky team because they play with a lot of passion and they play with a lot of heart. So I was not expecting a 3-0 sweep for USA, but I was hoping that USA would win 2-1. But, well, USA lost 3-0. And this game just pretty much summed up how Nepal just wins those little moments that ultimately helps them win the games. Yeah, once again, with the start wasn't that ideal. So USA actually batted first this time, and Monang Patel, well, he just had a torrid series, a horrible series with the bat. Again, he was out for 2 runs. I think in all the three games, he didn't even make 10 runs combined. That is how poor he played this series with the bat. He is the captain as well, and that was really disappointing. Hmm. I really hope that he redeems himself in the ODIs that are coming up in the tri-series between Nepal, USA, and Scotland, which is part of the league too. That's where I really need to see Monang Patel play well. Yeah. Saiteja Mukamala, he played really good even in this game. He was a top scorer, made 68. I thought he played pretty good. Maybe a couple of shots that didn't go to the boundary. Well, that's something that really was a problem in the last 5 overs. And that might have actually costed USA as well. Of course it did. Yeah. Because Andres House, he was out early for two as well. And that was another disappointment because Andres House, he's actually really crucial to USA's hopes, especially in the power play. He's the one who's able to get the boundaries as much or as often as he can. Mukamala is a little more of a steady batter. He takes his time before going after it. And I think that's what happened as well. First couple overs, he took his time and then he went for it and he played a pretty decent innings. Under his house, he always goes for it. Unfortunately, he was out for two, going for his favorite pull shot. Aaron Jones, he's also been pretty disappointing this series. Yeah, and in this game as well was out for 13. He had a start, he wasn't able to carry on. Milind Kumar, his innings is really it's really hard to judge how he played because he didn't make 43 runs or remain not out, but he also played 35 deliveries and he only had 4 fours. He wasn't very effective. It wasn't a very useful 43. That's how I'll put it. Yeah, it did help USA get to 156, but I was hoping more from Milind Kumar. But at the same time, I'm going to give a lot of credit to Nepal, especially the way they balled at the last 5 overs. During those last 5 overs, they managed to ball 4 overs in a row where they didn't give more than 9 runs. I think not even one of those overs went for 10 or above, and that right there is just great balling. Because in the last 5 overs, with 7 wickets in hand, I was expecting USA to score at least 60 runs and get to that 170, 175, which might have been the score. That would have been enough. But credit to Nepal and their bowling. And even the 19th over as well, Dipender Singh Irie balled with the shorter leg side boundary to the two right-handers in Milind Kumar and Shayan Jahangir, and he still managed to only give 7 or 8 runs. That was an unbelievable bowling effort from Irie and from the pace bowlers as well. I just used that specific over because that was the over I really was thinking, okay, could be a 15, a 16 run over, but it wasn't. And sometimes you just gotta credit the bowler more than criticize the batter. And that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. I thought Harmeet Singh, at least he hit the six and got the three of the last ball, getting to 156, a fighting score. To be honest, I really didn't have much hope in this game because 156 was not going to be enough. Had to score at least 170. And USA couldn't even chase down 165 in the first game. They botched the chase in the second game with 170. So 156 was clearly not enough for Nepal. And that's what happened. They chased it down in 18.4 overs and only lost 2 wickets. But before coming to their run chase, I thought Sompal Kami, he was brilliant again. 3 wickets for just 27 runs in his 4 overs. Rijan Dakal, yeah, I wasn't really familiar with his game, but you know what? He's actually been really good for Nepal. And that makes me realize that I am not really familiar with Nepal cricket that much. And he bowled great, 4 overs, 1 for 23. And Lalit Rajbanshi, I was surprised he didn't play in the first 2 games. He played in this game, and he bowled good, 4 overs, 1 for 23. Yeah, these three bowlers, they who got the wickets, they were the ones who really kept it tight and didn't allow USA to score runs. I mean, they bowled 12 overs, and when you add the runs up, they only gave 73 runs, which is unbelievably low for USA to get. From a USA point of view, it's really, really low. And then Nepal, yeah, with the bat, they had pretty much the perfect chase. 18.4 overs, got it done. Well, they also had a bit of luck. Like Anil Shah, he was robbed by Jesse Singh until he was given out LBW against Jesse Singh. He may have been out for 13. Asif Sheikh, he was robbed as well by Harmeet Singh. Although that catch wasn't the easiest, but Harmeet got there and he couldn't take it. If he had, Nepal would have been like 35 for 2, I think. With both the openers out, it would have been a much closer ending. But Asif Sheikh, he was not out and he kind of punished USA. Made 50. He made exactly 50, then got out. But to be fair, he did quite a bit of the job. Because when he got out, the score was 83 and just 10.1. And then, yeah, the two Kushals, Kushal Bhurtel and Kushal Malla, they finished it off really good. Bhurtel, he carried on the form from the previous game, 40 of 32. And Kushal Malla smashed it 44 of 30. Not out. And they just won the game without too much trouble. It's just disappointing. As a USA fan, I mean, yeah, the last game lost a game that was supposed to be won, and this game was one-sided. And Nepal swept USA 3-0. That was not what I was hoping from the series. I was really thinking USA would do better. I even had the hope. But maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, apparently USA's good form coming into this, performing so well in Namibia against Namibia and UAE. They did pretty good. I was thinking that they'll carry on that form, but clearly they didn't. Yeah, Ali Khan didn't even play today. Brunei Drysdale, he tried. He even got the wicket of Asif Sheikh. I'll give that to him. He probably could have had the wicket of Anand Saab. Jesse Singh didn't drop the catch. Jesse Singh, well, I guess he bowled okay. Netravalkar was also decent. Maybe the last over. I don't remember. Yeah, the two spinners, Nosh Kanjage and Harmeet Singh, they just gave some runs at the end as well. And overall, it was just Nepal's game. Yeah, kind of resembles the first game. It's like Nepal always had the upper hand. USA tried to fight back into the game, and they were there as well with 5 overs to go while batting. They had the platform to get to that 175, but unfortunately, Nepal's bowling was so good that they didn't even let them get to 160 despite scoring 9 of the last 2 deliveries. And that right there pretty much won Nepal the game because 157 on this pitch isn't that difficult. And there are two main differences that help Nepal win. That is the fielding. Nepal's fielding is much better. They are really athletic, and that athleticism translated into their running as well. They're able to get those twos more often than USA are able to, and that is actually a key moment to mention as well. Because they were able to convert those ones into twos and twos into threes, so that helped them get those extra runs, which wouldn't add more pressure on the batting. It would actually put some pressure back on the bowling. And even in the field, they're brilliant, especially Dipendra Singh Ivy. I mentioned him in my previous 2 videos, but I have to mention again. The last ball that looked to be 4, and he didn't even let it go. He saved 1 run. The guy is just unbelievable. Yeah, I haven't seen that many games of Dipendra Singh Ivy. I've only seen some of the records that he's broken, like scoring the fastest 50 ever by a batter, which I don't think will ever be broken because he only took it in 9 deliveries. He's also hit 6 sixes in an over. So, considering Dipendra Singh Ivy's batting heroics, I knew he was always going to be a problem. And even a good bowler. He showed that in the first game. And at the end, it was his fielding that probably left the biggest mark in the series. Because he saved some crucial runs. And even in game 2, those 2 runs he saved helped save the game as well. It just shows Dipendra Singh Ivy, even if he doesn't contribute with the bat or ball, he contributes in the field. And I wish USA has a player like him. I really wished USA had a player like Dipendra Singh Ivy. And on the day he contributes with the bat or ball, he can win the game single-handedly for Nepal. And that makes him a really dangerous player to play against as an opponent. Well, that's it for the T20I series. It was a 3-0 sweep for Nepal. They pretty much dominated USA. Although USA, the only reason they didn't completely lose every game one-sided is thanks to the bit of the talent they've got. But at the same time, they did so many technical errors. Like quite a few misfields, a drop catch, a couple of them in this game. The running wasn't as aggressive, and poor game awareness costed them in all 3 matches. Yeah, Nepal, they just showed that they wanted the game more than USA did, and they got it as well. They got the game and the series. They wanted it, and they got it. And sometimes that's what it takes. It's not about who your opponent is. It's sometimes about how much are you willing to put in to try and win that game. I think that's what happened with USA against Pakistan. They put in so much effort. That's why they were able to win. And this series, I think USA just weren't up to the mark. They didn't put in the effort and clearly shown in the results. Nepal just out hustled them. Well, anyway, gonna move on from the T20I series. I really hope USA can bounce back in the ODIs against Nepal and Scotland because those are more important games. In the League 2 cycle, got to win those games to try and stay in the top 4 because the League 2 cycle, that table is very fickle. It changes after every game essentially, and who knows what happens after each tri-series. So whenever there are games, got to win them, and especially at home, it's going to be really crucial for USA. They need to win. I mean, it's the same thing for Nepal as well. Nepal may not be the home team, but they do got the fight. And that was shown in this T20I series, and I expect that to be shown in the ODIs. And I hope that USA can learn from the mistakes in this T20I series and get better for the ODI matches. Also, I hope Milind Kumar is okay because he's not a bad player. The series he didn't perform necessarily so well, but I feel he could be really important for the ODIs. And Mohan Patel, I hope he bounces back because this T20 series was terrible. I don't think they've announced a squad yet, at least for USA team. So I'm gonna see what will happen. Yeah. Well, I will be back with another video talking about the ODI Tri-Series preview. The video might come out just the day before the Tri-Series starts. That's what I'm hoping to do. But until that video, it will be it for now. Thank you for listening to my audio, or thank you for watching this video. If you did like the video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content. And if any Nepali fan is watching this, congrats on winning this Series 3 now. Your team played better and you deserved it. Anyway, until the next video, bye.